Can't be jumping the gun.
She has a plane to catch. She has a plane to catch.
You must be tired.
Don't get to jump the gun.
Okay, everyone, it's civilized now. Okay.
So can you tell us about how Black Panther different from all the other superheroes? What do you like about this Black Panther?
What I like about him is, I mean, honestly, it's not often that it's never been done in terms of playing a character that is this complicated, I think, in terms of, you know, it's a real character. Like, I have to learn an accent, learn a different language. It's a much more emotional storyline, I think, than usually superhero movies have. And I think it's just a combination of things that, in terms of being, you know, the technology involved in playing the character, so you feel like you're in a sci-fi film at certain moments. The fact that he is a superhero, but it's also a political aspect to the movie. I mean, I can't really speak in terms of other superheroes because I've never played them, but so, you know, I can only ask other people that have done it. But I know what I like about playing this character, and I couldn't really see myself doing another one, you know.
How does the suit fit? Because we heard it squeaking a little bit.
You what?
How does the suit fit?
What you said, because what? No.
We heard it squeaking a little bit on the set.
They spoke to Ruth earlier today about the costume.
Oh, and you heard?
You said you could hear it squeaking.
Yeah, when you're moving a little bit.
Oh, see, I ain't even think about that. Okay. Like,
yeah, because people always complain about their suits, particularly Batman.
I don't think any of them are as bad as this one, to be honest with you. Again, I've never been in their suits. But when you're in this one, particularly when you have the mask on, it literally covers up every part, like the gloves. There's no part of your body that's open, so there's no air getting in, and it's made from a mold of my body. So, but it's actually made from a mold of my body from before we start working out. That's always the thing. I'm like, why are we doing the mold now? Because you know my body's gonna change. So it actually is tighter than it is initially supposed to be. So that's so. I mean, the answer is it's tighter than tight. It's literally like skin on your body.
Do you have the cooling system in there?
No, we haven't even used that one day in this one. No. I mean. Yeah, I actually forgot about the cooling system because we never used it. I'm glad you reminded me on the last day that we used it that there is a cooling system, because it just never came into play. It was never. We shoot really fast on this set, so in order to use a cooling system, you actually have to have the time to sit down and get cool. So it's never come up ever. Do we have a cooling system here? I'm like, it's never even come up. That's how fast we shoot.
How was your training to the character, to portray the character?
How was the what?
Your preparation, your training to play the shot.
I mean, good Lord. Are you talking about physical training, or are you talking about everything?
Physical
What?
training, any special, if you did any special research about the African heritage of the character or anything else?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think there's been a lot of research in terms of language, ritual, songs, African dance as it relates to fighting, because you know it's like sometimes when you see African dance, you're actually watching, depending upon what the dance is, you're watching them tell a story, for instance, about how they killed the lion or the leopard, or how they beat their enemy. So you may see them do a move, like, and then you can't record me doing this move, but I'm just gonna show you. But they may do a move, and it's like this in the dance, right? But yeah, similar. But I'm speaking specifically about a shield and a spear or sword. So this is the shield, and this is the spear. But if you didn't know any better, you'd think that's just a move. So when you begin to decipher what those movements are, you realize that it's actually like a martial arts form that you're watching, as opposed to just a dance, and that form is done to the drum. So a lot of what we begin to break down movement-wise is using the music and the drum to create some bits of the style of the fighting. Obviously, capoeira is probably the most. It's the thing that people know the most. That's a Brazilian art form that is connected to the African art form called Angola. But there are many different things that, like Dombe boxing, Senegalese wrestling, Zulu stick fighting, they have come into play, along with some styles that are Asian, some mixtures of styles. So you got Muay Thai, Silat, Harimau Silat, but all of them kind of mixed together to create the styles that you see. Not just my style, but also the style of the other characters that are from Wakanda. So I think it's just all of that is cultural, along with initiations. Like, some things are being made up for the movie, but they are being pulled from actual rituals. So although Wakanda is a fictitious African country, I think sort of the thought process is that if they are who they say they are that a lot. It's the root of all of the best things that you know about Africa. So you can pull from any culture you want to and say, well, that came from Wakanda. So it opens it up to allowing you to not be pigeonholed to a specific region in Africa. So I think we sort of have tried to thrive in the creativity of that space. I don't know if that's...
Chad, does he listen to you?
Huh?
How is Ryan as a director? Does he listen to you? You were watching, you were making some suggestions on the script or something?
Did he look like he was listening?
Can you tell us how he is?
No, I'm asking you. Did he look like he
You could
was...
just see the back of his head, so we could tell.
I was asking you because I was like, I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, you know. But yeah, he does. I think we try different stuff. It's definitely a collaborative process. Does that answer the question enough? Like, you want to know more about how Ryan is? He's gonna do. I think he's gonna do it until he feels like he has it. That's the best way to say it, and I think that's what you trust. You trust that he's not gonna move on until he has it, and that's all you can really ask for. And it's the process working with him. He likes to do a lot of takes. If you were watching, you saw that. So it's a rigorous process, and you have to have a lot of stamina in order to deal with that, and you have to draw upon your technique to deal with that. So I think he's great, but it's also a very rigorous process.
You're making
Culture
a movie
always
that
complains about representation of like black characters on screen, and how we kind of our lineage seems to start at slavery, and why don't we represent ourselves as kings? And it's kind of a reoccurring question for you. I asked you about it in James Brown and Jackie, and I'm probably gonna ask you in Thurgood. Like, how does it feel to like play a king, and like how does that rub off on you when you leave the set, knowing that you like played this representation that a lot of people have yearned for, you know?
I don't really know how people are going to respond to it. I guess the best way to say it is I have to like keep my mind on the moment at hand, because there's no way of like, when you're playing something, there's no way of like stepping outside of it and trying to like say, oh, this is gonna be this and this is gonna be that. I think, you know, it's a difficult. What I take from, you know, being a king is that it's a difficult role. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, you know, and this process has been like that. What I take from doing this every day is that, you know, it's easy to glamorize the position, but you have to bear the cross of that, and you have to go through all of the trials that go along with it. So I'm looking at it from that perspective, not really from the perspective of, you know, the image, or like every once in a while I will think about what it means to be doing a movie of this stature with black people in it. Doing a movie of this stature with this much special effects and technology, with this much money being put behind it. All those things I think about. I think the image thing is something I will probably think about later. You know, and the luxury is that I don't have to think about it this time, because usually as a black actor you have to think about image because it's so many negative choices being made on your behalf, so many ignorant choices being made because people don't realize what they're doing or what they're saying. Yet with this, it's much different because it's already set in place for the images that you want to be there to exist. So the luxury is to not have to worry about, is this going to look bad on black people? So I'm not thinking about it, actually. You know, I don't know if that makes sense.
So what does it mean then? I mean, you said that you think about you know what it means to be doing this movie with this many black people in it, with this budget.
Some white people too, though. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
yeah. No, but you
I
just
know
said
people
that,
think it's just
yeah.
all black people.
with this many, you just said it. You know, like, so what does it mean? How do you answer that question?
What does it mean to be doing it? I mean, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Like you're watching it happen every day, going, like, I can't believe it sometimes. Like, you're watching them build. I don't know what y'all have seen, so I ain't gonna say that.
They know the scope of it.
You
They've
watch-
seen some of the production designs, so they know the scope.
What they say?
They saw some of the concept art for Warrior Falls.
I'll let you
or
tell it. Good. Go ahead. What else? What else?
Tribal Council.
Okay, yeah. So y'all, you see some of the sets being built, and you're like, wow, they building this. You know, and it's us in it. You know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to walk on to the set and see Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker and Lupita and Denai and myself and Michael B. and you know, and it's us here, and look at that set and take that in and think about how's the audience going to perceive that. That's going to be an amazing, like, I don't have to see the movie to know what that means. You know what I mean?
How does Black Panther make himself heard apart from beating the crap out of fan favorite Captain America?
How does he what?
I mean, last year
You think I beat the crap out? I don't know. It was a good fight.
had to get for it. I mean, it was a stunning scene, and you were the only appropriate match for Captain America.
Yeah.
And now you're getting your own origin story. So how do you make sure that there is an appropriate representation of that new hero, and how do you keep it different?
Oh, okay, I get it. I think I understand the question now. I think that's something that everybody here is involved in. That is working towards that goal. So I'm not necessarily just the actors, but wardrobe, set design, hair and makeup. I think everybody that's here understands the importance of this sort of paving a new path, and not necessarily trying to live up to what the character was in that movie, but trying to exceed it. So I don't think that's ever really been a question, because it's not just me trying to make that happen. It's since it is a whole movie about this character and his world, I think everybody's trying to create that world. So from the beginning, I think like just the script, the all of the people involved, I think I could be assured that people were serious about achieving that level of quality, if that makes sense. And every day I think that's being tested and taken to a different level, because we're let me drink this water. We're adjusting the script, adjusting things to make it better. So I mean, that's all you can really ask for, is that people keep trying to not get settled in what they already perceive, but are constantly trying to make it better. And I think definitely Ryan is trying to do that, and Nate is trying to do that, and everybody that's working on it. There's nobody's cutting corners.
What happened to you?
Actually, guys, sorry, that was the last question.
Oh, you was about to ask about my personal life. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
It's a nice hoodie.
It is, and the t-shirt. I like it all.
I want some of that gear too.
All right, bro.
Are we dropping them at the airplane?